Shit, wow. Yeah, what's up, y'all? It's FanSpeak. Conceited versus T-Rex. Best battle thus far. Best battle. Smack did his justice putting this out last. Hey, you know, how we saw this beginning, I don't know what we'd be thinking, but the mic, what really a technicality in this one. I watched this like about 3 times. I could actually sit back and hear every word. I just was going back to hear the punches these motherfuckers was throwing at each other. If they was 2 kids in the sand lot, they'd be dirty as fuck. These motherfuckers was throwing shit back and forth at each other. Rocks, dirts, you know, pebbles, boulders. They was even throwing flowers at each other, making them into, you know, rhyme cadences and stuff. Conceited flipped that. I think it was in the 3rd round when he did the whole little thing with the flowers and whatnot. That was cold, but it's a draw to me, man. Both of them was going at it. This was the best by far. You know, a lot of people's like the old Rex came back, and I can say, yeah, the old Rex and the old Conceited, cause they went right into their shit. This was like a punch overload right here. You know what I'm saying? First came Conceited, then went Rex. The 2nd round Conceited came again, went a little bit more in depth with the head-eye situation. T-Rex came back with the con flips. That was concept-wise, that was tight. 3rd round, I felt Rex was just like pretty much at that point. He just got the rhyme, and it wasn't like the first 2 rounds where he was like that old Rex. I think he slowed down a little bit in the 3rd. Con kept going. His punches was like just da 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 da. I mean, you know, after that Goods battle, I guess it just woke him up on, hey, let me just get back into my punches. Like shit, every 2 to 4, 6 bars, he was on them. You know what I mean, flipping it. But both of these guys put on a good performance, man. I'm not disappointed at all with this battle. This was the best one by far. You know, but like I said, it's a draw to me. It could really go either way. You know, if I really had to call it, I would say, hey, slightly Conceited because of that 3rd round. Because of that 3rd round, when I felt that Rex let up a little bit. Now, had Rex came in at 3rd, the way he came in at them first 2, I would have to slide to give it to Rex. But like I said, this could go either way, man. This is a straight draw to me. This is, man, this was like just punchline heavy. Like I said, third time watching this, man, and you know, they was going at it. Like I said, they was in the sand lot, they be dirty as fuck, man. But beyond that, man, you know, can't wait to get these proving ground battles up. That ought to be a treat. You know what I'm saying? Summer Madness is over. We done saw all the battles. You know, a couple cats, I feel like, hey, they next battles are gonna be heavy. You know, especially with aye-verb, man, Hoffa. They get back in the ring again, man. I feel for their next opponents, because, you know, after this with the mic technicalities and all that, and us fans, you know, speaking on what we, you know, pretty much missed out on performance-wise overall. Because like I said, this is probably the best performance. Then you could throw in a K-Shine and Surf behind that. Then you could throw X Factor DNA behind that. You know what I mean? But the crowd, that was a tough crowd, man. Overall, watching all of this, I'm figuring out that this was a real tough crowd. Because there's a couple boos they threw in here in this battle. But with the wordplay and the punches that Conceited and T-Rex was coming with, concepts and all that, the crowd went quiet right away, went right back to the oohs and ahs. You know what I'm saying? So they put it down, man. This is, like I said, best battle by far. You know what I'm saying? They really put on the show, man. You know. Now the orders, I forget the orders of these battles, but I think they went on before Charlie Clips and aye-verb. So boy, you know, seeing how that come into play, wow. I could see how people could argue that, you know, just on quick one, how aye-verb was talking about, oh, the crowd didn't give me a chance. Nah, you see it differently, but at the same time, that battle was that battle. But this battle here, like I said, conceded by a little bit. Had Rex went a little harder in that 3rd instead of letting up a little bit, in my opinion, it'd be Rex all day. But you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Shout out to Smack bringing us this free entertainment. I'm loving this. Yeah, it's your boy PB, man. Check me out, FanSpeak. But enjoy the rest of these, man. I can't wait till the proving grounds pop up. So with that, all I got to tell you in a minute.